Alright now.
White wig music.
White wig in the building. White wig in the building. Let's go now. Yeah. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Woo. It's your boy ROMON. That's Roman in the building. It's gonna be a lovely day. I don't know. I can tell I got a feeling. I'm feeling like Ice Cube. I don't know. Think it's gonna be a good day.
On February 4th, 2019, 4 members of Restoration Church Tulsa embarked on a missions trip to the Philippines. Those 4 members were Keith and Kathy Garut, Pastor Stephanie Phillips, and yours truly, the narrator of this film, Pastor Roman Phillips. Some of you may be asking, why are you going to the Philippines? Well, Restoration Church Tulsa actually supports on a monthly basis 13 churches in the Philippines under the name Universal Restoration Church. Our journey started with a flight out of the Tulsa International Airport into the Atlanta airport, which was a couple of hours, then the long flight from Atlanta to Tokyo. From there, we went from Tokyo to Manila, where we started off our trip this way.
Hello. We're in Manila, and we decided to take a little stroll, and we're with Keith and Kathy. Say hi to the camera, Keith and Kathy. Hi. And we're just taking a little stroll down the Bay Area of Manila.
It's hot.
After doing some exploring and sightseeing of the city, we decided to head for the hotel to get some dinner, get cleaned up, and prepare ourselves mentally for the next day, where we would be heading to the island of Mindanao and city of Dipolog.
So Restoration Church, we are currently in the Manila airport, about to board a plane and go to Dipolog, which is the island of Mindanao. And we'll give you updates when we get there.
When we arrived in the city of Dipolog, we were greeted by Pastor Peter, our head pastor on this island. And when we got to the car, awaiting us was a wonderful sign with our names and pictures on it. We left straight from the airport and went to a local elementary school where we had the honor and pleasure, with the help of funds from Restoration Church, to do a mass feeding. We fed the children and handed out school supplies, and we were all greeted in all the classrooms with warm welcomes and excitement.
Hello.
In total, we visited 7 classrooms from kindergarten to the 6th grade, and they were all amazing, and they all had a warm welcome and goodbye for us. We realized that this was going to be a very fruitful trip.
Thank you and goodbye, visitors.
Friday, February the 9th, our mission was to visit all 9 of our Universal Restoration churches on this island to see their pastors, their families, and all the wonderful work that the church was doing in the community. We didn't get to visit all 9 churches. However, the ones we did get to visit, we were truly blessed by the work that they were doing. The following day was Saturday, February the 9th.
Today is Saturday for us. And we're in the hotel room, my lovely wife and I. She'll get mad if I show her, but ooh, there she is in the back getting ready. Well, anyway, we're getting ready to go to the anniversary, 13 years, I believe. I think it's 13 years that Restoration Church has been supporting the churches here in the Philippines. We're still on the island of Mindanao, and in the city of Dipolog. And that's where Pastor Peter is, and 9 other churches. 8 other churches, sorry. We won't be going to the other island until Monday. So today I will be speaking at the anniversary. It's a big celebration. I'm going to have some video ready for that. We're going to take video today during the service to also come to follow this. And today is also Kathy's birthday, so we're going to surprise her with a few things. But anyway, anywho, just wanted to give you that. So my lovely wife is still getting her beautiful self together.
Which we had the honor and pleasure of participating in the Thanksgiving celebration, which was actually the 13th year anniversary celebration of Universal Restoration on this island. And what a celebration it was. We also got to celebrate Kathy Garut's birthday. What a pleasure. The people were so sweet and awesome, and we enjoyed every minute of it.
So hello, wonderful people. Today was awesome. We got to speak at the 13-year anniversary, 13 years of Restoration Church
Universal.
supporting the Philippines. And crazy thing is we have 13 churches here in the Philippines between the two islands. And so what did you think about today, honey?
Today was awesome. It was such a blessing. We got to see performances by children. We got to meet different pastors. We got to
Yes.
hear different words of encouragement and music. And
Yes.
we'll have lots of information to bring back with us to give to you guys. But it was
Yes.
very much a blessing.
It was really, truly a blessing, and the people here are just amazing,
Yes.
awesome. This is Stephanie's first time, and just like
Yes.
my first time, the people just made her feel so warm and welcome.
Yes.
They just loved on her. The children are loving on her. It's just,
Yes.
the Philippines is really an awesome place. And what we send here on a monthly support basis
It goes a
long
long
ways. So the people are really excited there. And it's really an honor and a blessing that us in America, you have no idea how much they want to come to America and how much they love here. They love their land and their culture is awesome.
Yes.
But they also, so us in the U.S., we need to be a little bit more grateful for what we have.
Yes.
But it's a blessing, and we
Yes.
love everybody here in the Philippines, and we
Yes.
love you all. God bless.
That Sunday, February 10th, we went to church where I had the honor to be the guest speaker and deliver a message to the Philippine people. And then after that evening was full of events, such as I got to meet a challenge from Pastor Peter. I told him the last time that I was there, the previous time, which was 3 years before, that the next time I came, I would eat one of their delicacies, which was called the balut, a baby duck 18 days old in the egg. Wow. I came, I ate, I conquered. That following Monday, February 11th, we said our goodbyes to that island.
There is Keith and Kathy getting ready for the boat ride to Dumaguete, and Stephanie. And here we go.
Once the boat docked, we arrived in Dumaguete and were greeted by our 4 pastors on that island, and what a warm welcome it was.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh, look at that. Look at that awesome picture. How are you?
We proceeded to the hotel where we invited the pastors in and we exchanged gifts and had a wonderful lunch. We had a great time laughing and catching up. What a wonderful joy it was. That next day, which was Tuesday, February the 12th, all of the pastors gathered so that we could head to the island of Olympia, a small island in the middle of the ocean. We had to take a boat to get there, and what a wonderful experience that was. Once we arrived to the small island of Olympia, we had the wonderful pleasure of being greeted by the kids, expecting and waiting on ice cream and again, more school supplies.
Now the kids get to eat ice cream as well as their school supplies. Awesome.
What can you say? They are nice people, mabait sila, buutan, kaya gitagaan pag ice cream. Tagaan pa pag...
The wonderful pastor and his wife of that island is Pastor Bodette. And Pastor Bodette was kind enough to show us around the island. an island so small that it only takes approximately 30 minutes to walk around the whole thing. On Wednesday, we got to go to Pastor Edwin's church to do another feeding and pass out school supplies. I tell you what, when we saw how happy and excited all of these children were on these islands, we were so proud to be associated with Restoration Church Tulsa. Later that Wednesday night, we were invited to do Wednesday night service at Pastor Bonard's church. As I was the guest speaker, we also again got the opportunity to feed and pass out school supplies. I was always touched by their generosity in thanking us by putting on a performance. The following Thursday, which was February 14th, also Valentine's Day, a very special day, we got to meet and visit our Pastor Giselle, who is our head pastor on this island. But before going to his church, we went to 4 different outreaches of his, which we were so blessed. Some of the kids had Valentine's cards and balloons. Others danced, and they were so excited again to receive ice cream and school supplies. Later that night, I had the honor and privilege of being invited to speak on a college campus for some college students who have a campus worship service, and they invited me as their guest speaker. It was such an honor and a blessing to know that these young people were being bold for the Lord. What a blessing it was to all of us. This island, the island of Negros and the city of Dumaguete, was such a blessing to us. And it was such a wonderful thing to visit all of the different areas. Some of these places were in the mountains. Some were in the middle of sugarcane fields. Others were in the middle of rice fields. But they were all so blessed. We thought we were a blessing to them, but actually they were more of a blessing to us with their humbleness, their thankfulness, and the way they celebrated the Lord. We would like to also thank you again, Restoration Church, for being obedient, being committed, and always showing up to support our churches in the Philippines, our missions work locally and abroad. Thank you, Restoration Church, for all that you do.
Feeling like Ice Cube, I don't know, think it's gonna be a good day. As long as we together, it don't matter, let's get away.